Hey up YouTube, it's Tooty UK. Tales from the Blast Furnace.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. I send you to burn. Fire. I send you to learn.
That's not really that hot. It's not hot at all actually. It's a balmy 28. But I thought I'd chuck that in there just, you know, because it's getting towards the end of September, 22nd, something like that, September. Not bad. Those eagle-eyed viewers may have been pining for a Tales from the Booter video last week, and it was not forthcoming because I didn't go, and I won't be going tomorrow, and I probably up until 3 weeks time I won't be going because it's play Manchester. So yeah, 3 weeks today. So I've got to save the pennies. I have bought some money that I had set aside. Big Mike, I ain't forgot about you, buddy. Hopefully when you see these titles, I'll message you anyway later. Like I said, we always agreed a 50-50, so that will be coming to you next week when I get paid. What else is going on? Yeah, so we've got Play Manchester in 3 weeks time, and probably a bit about that, I suppose, in a tick. I'll come to that in a minute. There's a few other little odds and sods I just want to cover. CX are now doing Game Gear. So not selling any systems, not buying or selling any systems, because I'm guessing they probably think they're just too fucking volatile. They're doing accessories, they're doing the games. It doesn't appear on my table, you know, when you expand like retro game or handhelds. If you just type in Game Gear, it pops up there, and there's a few bits on there. I'll put it on Galaxy Sega in case anyone knows. I may pick up the odd cart. I'm just, like I say, Game Gear for me. I'm happy with this cart only. So friends that might know, that might want to know, that might care, that don't care. There you go. So what else has been going on? Not a great fucking deal. Trying to say spin some wheels. For a couple of weeks time. But Play Expo Manchester. I don't know who's going. I've not done in terms of, like, you know, getting excited. Not massively. I'm more excited for Arcade Club, because at Arcade Club, Alex, Nintendo Arcade, shall be unveiling Skyskipper to the UK. He'll be coming over. He'll be bringing over John from John's Arcade. Them that are into arcade and pinball would know John. I'm really looking forward to hopefully meeting John. And Broken Token, Alex's mate. Come at me head. It'll come to me in a minute. Be nice to meet him as well. He's got obviously an awesome collection. His fucking name's doing me, I didn't know. It'll come to me. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I say I'll be going up to Arcade Club on the morning, early morning start. Me and Rob, who were stalled out with at Doncaster. So we I can't get my words out. Rob and myself shall be trundling up there early doors Saturday, staying over Saturday night, and obviously coming back Sunday morning. So the idea being, go to Play Expo for a bit, you know, enjoy the event, then do one over to Arcade Club, shit, shower and shave, and then soak up all the awesomeness that is Arcade Club, and say, obviously get to see Skyskipper and all the rest of the lads, probably in a bit more closed quarters and a lot cheaper beer. So yeah, I'm not sure how long we get Play Expo for on Saturday. I'm probably angling for maybe 3-4 o'clock-ish, because obviously Rob's gonna want to have sup a few beers, and it'd just be like piss take for me to, you know, sort of say, we're not going yet. And to be honest, once you've been around the expo once or twice, it's not a great deal. That's all you end up doing is stand at the bar, chatting and socialising, which for me is like, you know, 80% of the event anyway. It's a social side, so I might as well do the social side at Arcade Club with a lot cheaper beer. And I say probably easy to get to the bar as well. So yeah, that's the plan. I'd hope to see anybody sees me there, come and say hello. I'll probably be reiterating this the next couple of weeks, should there be a video. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. I said there's a lot of people sort of go in, if that makes sense. Who they are, I don't know. All I know is that all the hotels in and around in Arcade Club have nearly sold out. So if you do want to get yourself there, Get in early. Well, get in early. Get in like now. Like stop this video and go and try and book a hotel. I still can't remember that guy's name. I should fucking know his name. Anyway, we've got some ups. So, do you know what? I think this is probably, in terms of like quality, probably the best video I would have done in a couple of years. Just a handful of games here. Absolutely belters. Really are. There's not a lot. It is my old favourite shop, and a bit of Facebook. And the Facebook ones are an absolute fucking. But I couldn't turn them down. I really could not turn them down. 2 Mega Drive, Japanese Mega Drive games, in fantastic condition. I'm going to forget the guy's name. I think I remember it. So yeah, there was a chap on Galaxy Sega. Put a post up. I think he just showed like a bag or a box saying, "Oh, just grab these. I'll sort them out. They'll maybe up later." And that was about it. I think a few other people were like saying, "Tag me, tag me, tag me." Go on, Bennett. Fun fact: my poison of choice. There was an article in the paper that sort of said basically the most gaseous beers, like, or gaseous drinks or whatever, like CO2, and Budweiser is the number one. Not surprisingly, and I can attest to that as well. Oh, fucking hell. Right. So yeah, this chap put a post up. I didn't ask to be tagged in it, to be honest. There was one game I could see on the top straight away, and I thought, oh god, everyone's going to be after that. And I think it was just right place, right time. And I can't remember when he did it. Did he do it in the evening, or did he do it in the late, like early afternoon? Whenever he did it, I think I was the second person to comment. I think it was the second person that someone, yeah, because someone asked for something else. When I sort of seen it, they'd commented, I thought, oh bollocks, I've missed out. I hadn't. So I bagged one of the games for an absolute fucking bargain price, and then I sort of ummed and ahed. I say, because I had this money set aside for Big Mike Coolahan, which I do about retro. I'll link that down below because I do owe him a shout out too. Go and check Mike's stuff out. Honestly, if you just like short pickup videos and you like your Amiga and you like, you know, SNES and all that lot, Mike's a great little 5-minute watch. Honestly, if you've just got 5 minutes, you know, just to wait for the kettle to boil, just flick Mike's videos on and just see what he's been grabbing. And I say, short and sweet, but down to the point. Doesn't talk any like bullshit like I do. Case in point, these 2 games. So I bagged one, and someone had asked about the other game, and the price he said for it, I was like, fucking hell, that's not bad. So I sort of said, well, would you be willing to do this price for it? And I sort of said, given that I bought one, and I think for him he was like, well, I can just post them both at the same time. He went, yeah. He weren't keeping them. He was there to, I think he took what he wanted out of it. So he was just obviously looking to cover costs and make a bit on the side. So it's all, as I like to say, winner chicken dinner. So the first game that I managed to get, and I've been after this for the longest time. You see it, it never got a UK or European release. It had got a Western release in America. This is a Japanese version. There's a little bit of text, and yeah, believe it or not, I have played this game. I played it the other night. It's kind of, it's like Willow, a bit like Willow, the arcade game, but not as fast paced. I'm trying. It's hard to. Is it like a Wonder Boy? It's like a weird cross. It's like a mixture of a game, of genres rather, and of the games. I believe it's in the arcades. It's an arcade port. I remember seeing it in the arcades. I don't really remember playing it. But when it come through, I was like, because I was expecting it to be a bit faded, this, that, and the other. And I've seen these in all sorts of conditions. There's not a translation out for this, because I'm guessing it probably doesn't warrant it, because the text is very limited. And it is Wardner. After all, that's Wardner, and obviously the Japanese was Wardner Special. I think they did do some alterations to this. from the arcade, and I can't remember what it was because I was looking at it because I was just sort of seeing if because some of these ones, just in terms of the text and the language, it could be a language barrier. Didn't seem to be anything. And I say I've played it and it's dead straightforward. It's a bloody tough little platformer, I tell you. You can tell it's an arcade game because it's one of them ones. I'll tell you what it's a bit like, a little bit like. I was watching Daz, Co Jones's video last night. It is a little bit like Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a platform memory game. So I say I was playing a little bit, and each time you could just get a little bit further because you're memorising the jumps and what to do, etc., etc. A few quirky little things to it, but you know, it's in fantastic condition. Some bastard pointed the cartridge the wrong way, so that had to be amended immediately. It's not even an issue. Just the manual's got a bit of a bump to it. So what's happened is it's pulled the front away, so it's not completely flush, but a bit of a Daz iron. I tell you what, the Daz iron's got mentioned more times on more videos lately than fucking I don't know what, than the SNES Mini. SNES Mini next week. That was something else I was going to mention. Fucking going off on a tangent now. But yeah, I say this isn't that. Can't fault it. Say one I've been after for the longest time. So I'll tell you the price at the end. I always tell you the price. I don't know why people don't say what they pay for stuff. Really does my nut in. Well, they're embarrassed or what? And I'll tell you the price because that gives you guys an idea of what's available, what's out there, what's possible. Right, there'll probably be a bit of a jump cut there because I had a mad sneezing fit. Don't apologise because you didn't see it, but sorry for a jump cut. Anyway, Baby South Wardener, and ahhing, after I sort of seen someone mention the price of this title, I was like, oh shit, like I said, sort of chucked him an offer and he accepted it. I was like, fucking awesome. He had a load of other titles, some no manuals like Outrun, I think Ghostbusters, don't quote me, he was doing great prices. I think he got what he wanted to cover his costs and then some, so he was quite happy. This one's got a weird thing, I'll show you in a minute and someone may be able to answer me if they own it. But for £5 more than I paid for that one, for what I paid for the both of them, this game is worth that on its own. The guy did a great deal. I think it's David. I want to say it's David Jameson, and I think I've bought stuff from him before. Well, I know I have because in the message thing it had already been there. I said, "Oh, what did I buy?" Style? I don't know, but anyway, like I say, Galaxy Sega it is a really good, really top group. It's not all scalpers. It's not all full of cunts. There are some really nice guys there. That just, like, you know, they may be collectors, they may not, but they want to spin a few wheels and they're willing to do you a deal. After all that, the other game I managed to grab is Heavy Unit. I do believe this only had a Japanese release. Now, weirdly, someone may be able to answer me this. Can you see where that doesn't line up on the spine? But everything else is flush. I'll show you, look. See what I mean? It's like, almost like the front is too long. Needs like another ½ inch taken off it for that to push round, but it can't be a fake. It just doesn't look. The cart's too old. It's you can tell. I'll show you. It's got fucking hair stuck in it. It's that old. It's not new enough. If that makes sense. Yeah, I've bumped it right up. Maybe it might just be how it is. So if anyone else has got a copy of Heavy Unit, can you prove or disprove if the spine is meant to line up? It might just be printing error. I played this as well. It's fucking balls hard. But yeah, all complete. Say it's not a fake label because you can even see the age peel on it. Bit of prick stick, prick stick. I'm calling that. And the manual's even got the odd curve and dink in it. You know, it's not. You can see it there, so it's not a reprint. Look at that manual though. Oh, full colour. Fucking just a bit of a... You start off as a ship and then you collect the power up and then you turn into like the mech. And I don't know, I just prefer the ship actually, but the mech's alright once you power it up. It's one of them ones, once you lose your power ups, you're pretty much fooked. Wasn't blasting it for too long, to be honest. I had a quick go. I was mainly playing Wardener. I think I played this first actually, put Wardener on and just stopped playing that for a while. So yeah, I do play. I would look it on the old Retronius 5. So for these two fucking games, 45 quid posted. So it cost him like what, 4 quid to post them. So realistic terms, 40 quid. Fantastic. Honestly, I didn't have my eye on heavy unit, but Warden I was so happy to bag. I mean, I spoke to Scott Brand, messaged me, and I was like, fucking well happy to get that. He goes, if I hadn't had it, Stu, because I would have bagged that as well. So it's a cutesy platformer, but it's a tough old fucker. Right. You know what time it is. It's time for this. That's right. The old CEX. C to the E to the X. So if the two Japanese Mega Drive games are not awesomeness enough, wait till you see these bad boys from CEX. I've got dropped so fucking lucky. I could not Adam and Eve it. So all that stuff that you've sort of seen previous videos, if you watch Tales from the Booter, etc., all that just gets stuck into the sausage machine, and this is what gets squirted out the other end. So first up, an upgrade. I told you I'd upgrade it. This one is not too bad. You know, if it come through like this, I would have been more than happy. So we got me a Shining Wisdom. I'm going to take out the little, the creepy plastic bags, as Raz calls them. Oh, Raz is coming to play Manchester. So there you go, look. It's less wobbly. Although you'll probably be thinking, that's still bad, Stu. It's not as bad as the other one. The other one had riffles in it, man. But that's not too bad at all. So, yeah. Got myself an half decent copy of that. More than happy. Let's stick that one down there for a minute. So the number ones. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 absolute fucking stormers. And the prices on CEX. I know everyone slams it. Is it Butcher69 said, oh, you always fucking moan about CEX, Stu. I ain't moaned about CEX for a long time. Because I basically know the crack. In the early days, yeah, hands up. Man, I'd rip them a new one every single time. Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff they do even now gets me fucking goat, but I just learned to live with it. I accept it for what it is. I accept its faults, given the advantages that it gives you, and yeah, well happy. After this, like, I am down to 18 Saturn games, and there's some absolute fucking massive hitters in there. I'm under no illusion. It will probably, I don't know when I'll complete it. It's next year. Next year, unless something amazing happens, which is it's not going to happen. Anyway, let's get onto these games, because these are fucking, honestly, I'm well happy with these, and the condition as well. The odd dink, but given that all these are boxed, none of these are mint, so I'm more than happy. You know, saving £10-15 per game easily. But you know, if not more, depending on which one it is. Excuse me. So this title is not rare. It's not like a rare game or whatever. It is a little bit sought after, I'll probably say, and it's not very common. So you see some games like Shining games. Everyone sort of says, "Oh, they're really rare." They're not rare, and they're not uncommon. They are quite common. They're just expensive because everyone wants them. This one falls into the other category where I've only seen it twice at conventions. Excuse me. One copy had no manual. The second copy was complete, but the price they wanted was kind of like really top end. You can buy it on eBay. But again, that the price of the eBay one is double what I pay for this. So I think I want to say 22 quid for this. I'm sure it's 22 quid. I think it's 22 quid. You can check it anyway. You can go on eBay. Yeah, you can go on CX and check it. I've got me a very nice. These are all. Like I said, they're all complete. This is complete, and it's Story of Thor 2. So it is very nice. Like I always say, a nice bit of honest shelfware. The only downside to it is a little scuff on the barcode. Better to have the barcode than on any of the text or any of the screenshots. So I can live with that. Like I say, the fact that it's come through his box because of that. Yeah, crack on. And it's all there. So absolutely fucking made up to get that. I've seen this at Leeds Retro Fair with Lewis, and I was on an hour in. I think they wanted like 40, 45 quid for it, and it paid 22. It's that sort of fine line between the waiting game and how patient you are. I'm kind of I border. I'm not I'm not impatient, but I'm not the most patient of people either. Yeah, especially when you get down to the last half dozen games, you just want to get it out of the way. So that one and this one I bought together, and they come from the same place. This one, there's a little bit of, I can get that off. Again, this one is kind of falls into the same category. I would argue as Story of Thor, in that it's not. Is it not expensive? This wasn't expensive. I think this was about 27 quid. It's not. Is it rare? I don't know. It's a weird game. It's one that you don't see. I've never seen it out in the wild. I've seen it online. Obviously, you can buy it online. There's not that many copies knocking about. This has got one little scuff in the corner and a bit of ink, a bit of glue residue at the back, which is probably where the hang tab was. It's complete again. Bit of shit on the manual, a little bit of a scuff on the manual. I'll show you anyway. But for what I paid for it, man, I ain't fussed at all. And it's the Crow, City of Angels. So this isn't an easy one to find. So I've got a little bit of sticker residue there, which you can sort of just. There is a rip, there is a sort of tear to the top bit there. But again, what I paid. You see his eyes, got little crows in his eyes. See that? Again, the only other defect, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a little bit of a glue residue just around here, but it's sadly next to unnoticeable. Everything else is sweet. There's very little edge wear. Saturn does tend to suffer for a bit of spinal rub. It is complete. I'll show you the manual a little bit closer up, because that's another little thing that just lets it down slightly, and it's not anything other than, I don't know what to say, it's not a game station, but someone's obviously had a pre-owned sticker and someone's tried to take it off and they've ripped it there, which is a bit of a pisser. I could probably get the rest of it off and just leave that scuff mark, which, say, for 27 quid, I don't know what this goes for. I think it's a 60 plus pound game, easily. I'm sure of it. Story of Thor says about 40-45 quid. Most people are trying to ask for that. Crow City of Angels, I'm sure it's way above 50. Way above 50. I think it's about 27 from CX. So there's some nice titles. I say there's, I think, from what I need left, is there any cheapos? I don't think there's any cheapos. Speaking to Scott, Sega Saturn, and he went, ooh, bloody hell, about X thousand or what, I think it might have said 2.5 grand's worth still to get. It's probably not that much. Well, it might be if you go and buy retail. But if you duck and dive, like Tootmeister, like this game here, again, I was the CEX. You just sort of sit there thinking it's not going to happen. It's going to get cancelled. It's this, that, and the other. And when you get that email to sort of say it's been dispatched, you know, you're halfway there, and then you're waiting for it to turn up, etc., etc. And this one, I had to put, I think, £19 cash, and I wasn't bothered at all. Not at all, especially when it turned up in the condition it is. I think this was one of the last ones, or it was the last one that Shocks needed for his full set. I'm fucking happy to get it. It's probably about half price, easily on eBay. I'm not sure if any have actually sold for that. I don't know. This is a thing with Saturn games, like I mentioned before. There's a lot of these games that people put a price on, but until you see an auction and you get a real true valuation of it, you don't know if they've just been artificially inflated. I don't know. You can only go by what you can see, can't you? But for 75 quid, I think, which is still a lot of money. But it is Frankenstein. What is it called? Through the Eyes of the Monster with Tim Curry. Tim Vindaloo. So this, again, it's not one that comes up very often. I've never seen it out in the wild. You can buy it online, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's unobtainable at all. It's just very expensive, and this is in fantastic condition. You do tend to find the hard case ones sort of look after themselves, I suppose, but well happy to get that. Any of them that collect Saturn will know I was worrying about that one more than any, to be honest. There's some you just don't see. I think the other one is Jules of the Oracle. There's a guy, and if I had the money I would have just literally blasted it. So thanks Shocks for linking me. Peter Coombs on Galaxy Sega, he was obviously getting rid of all his stuff, and he must have had over half of what I was left needing game wise. But I ain't got the money. You ain't got the money. It was literally the wrong time for me, especially like I say with Play Manchester, etc. coming up. So yeah, I can't commit. Right. Last two. So what could be better than Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster? I mean, that's probably the rarest one out of these. There's no doubt about it. Value wise, it's probably because I'm doing it CEX value. So these two are more on CEX, but I think that one is probably the rarest and most valuable out of all of these five here. This one, I'm kind of half pissed off, but not too badly pissed off, because it's not a rare game. It's an expensive game, and it does turn up often enough, so I could always try and snag the missing component out of this. I'm not taking it back because everything else isn't too bad. I can live with it, and that's always the, I don't want to be sort of sending stuff back when I don't need to, when I can sort of sit on it. It's just missing the manual, which is a big deal. I get that. But everything else, the case, other than a little bit of shelf rub across the top, it's fine. So to complete the trilogy on the Saturn, we have Shining Force 3. You see that? So the only thing letting it down, obviously there is no manual, is a little bit of rubber across the top. See it better on the back. Very minor. But there's no waves, there's no water damage. I think someone's had the manual out of this, because it is, other than missing the manual, there's nothing wrong with it. So that's how it is. I'm going to have to like obviously hunt down another manual, upgrade a copy that I've got, and get a manual for it, which I'm happy to do. You know, I'm not sending that back, because chances are if I send that back and then another one turns up, I'll have one and it'll be water damage, it'll be tears, rips, dinks. No, it's not worth it. I'll just sit on that. It's off the list from what I need, because I've got it. So that falls into the same categories like Sega bass fishing, etc. So at the end I'm going to compile a list of those that I'm missing manuals for. It's probably more than I think. Off the top of my head, I don't think it's that many games, but I bet there's more than I think it is. And there's a few that I probably want to upgrade. Yeah, they've got the odd scuff and dink and tear here, there, and whatever. I think the Horde's one of them as well. So the last game, the last one, and this motherfucker, I have ordered this game, and I think I referenced it a couple of vids back, one or two vids back. This is the fourth time I've ordered this, the fourth time of asking, and I finally got myself a half decent copy that I've managed to cobble together. The outer case isn't great. Again, that's what I'm saying about like Shining Force 3. You know, you take your wins where you can. So it probably might need a newer case, but again, that's something I can deal with later on. Bizarrely, when I first got this, I did think, okay, now it's a fake insert, but it just turns out it's just how it is, and it's none other than the mighty Dragon Force. So again, this is not a rare game. There's a lot of these knocking about. It's just very expensive. It's very sought after. RTS RPG. So the cover, especially the front, it's like a washed out style. And I thought it's either faded or it's fake. It's not. It's just how it is. It's just literally how it is. It's just the way it is. It does have the manual, which has been quite, I wouldn't say mega thumb, but it's been looked at. But I quite like that. I quite like the fact that someone's been using that, because it is quite an in-depth game. So it is all complete. And the only thing really letting out, other than the outside case, which has got a few dinks and whatever, is just the manual. It's just got a little bit of a, obviously there must have been a label at the corner there, but again, look, I'm splitting hairs here. It will do me. It's complete. The manual's all there. It's not falling to pieces. So yeah, happy as whatever. So that takes me down to 18 for the Sega Saturn or Saturn. Like I mentioned at the top, that's probably, in terms of pure quality, probably one of the best, one of the better vids that I've done in a long time, just in terms of pure awesomeness, awesome gamingness. That's it. It's like Columbo. What did I think? This motherfucker. So I missed out. I think Daz grabbed a copy, he mentioned it in his vid. I missed out on a copy of this. I went to my local, which I thought I'd have them, so they're sold out. You motherfuckers. So I went online, ordered it from Future Publishing Direct. Great, bagged it. Comes through like that. Fucking open. I was like, where the fuck is a supplement? Went to send them an email. Email was in my inbox already, sort of saying, we were aware that with a lot of people have missed a Superplay supplement. Please email us at this address and let us know, and we'll send you a supplement out. 2 weeks later, I'm still fucking waiting. I ain't fucking happy. I don't give a shit about this. This fucking thing can fuck off. I just want Superplay supplement. I've sent them another shitty email saying, where is it? So yeah, that's gonna rumble on. I'm not happy about that at all. Yeah, that's really annoyed me. But that's, other than me being a bit annoyed, we're done. Play Manchester. 3 weeks today, October the 15th, 14th, 15th, something like that. Anyway, 3 weeks today. Get yourself to Play Manchester. Get yourself to Arcade Club afterwards if you can. I say hotels are few and far between, so if you're looking to stay over, I'd get on your horses now and get something booked. There's a shit ton of people who's going to go. I may try and like sort of put the feelers out, see who's going, and maybe next week, depending if I do a video, I might not do a video. I will, because I've got SNES Mini. The SNES Mini's week yesterday, Friday, 29th, isn't it? 29th of September that comes out. So there'll be a vid for that, hopefully, if mine comes through. So I've got that coming up. I'll probably do like a sort of unboxing, and very, like I say, may just do a video covering it, and then in that one, hopefully, if I put the feelers out, see who's coming to who's coming to Play Expo and Raw Arcade Club, and you know, maybe just sort of give a bit of a rundown of what's going on. Maybe, I don't know. Look, the plan, the master plan. There is no plan. That's enough for me. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.